Hi guys, this is the second part of the tutorial on how to play One by U2. So today we're gonna focus on the sound. Today I'm using a Guitar Rig Pro number 6. I really like the sound of my amp, but every time I'm recording I have to keep the volume quite loud, which isn't always ideal. Guitar Rig sounds great and it gives me a chance to record whenever I want without bothering anybody. I've created 3 different patches. The first one is for the intro, verse and verse chorus. The second patch is for the second and third verse, and the third patch is for the rest of the song. Okay, so let's take a look at the first patch. Okay, this is the patch number 1. Just wanted to let you know that as a reference, I took the guitar sound from the video featuring Mary J. Blige. My aim wasn't to recreate the exact guitar sound, but get as close as I could with the least number of effects. This is the sound with nothing engaged. Okay, so first up is the Tweedman. I've chosen this amplifier, this simulation of amplifier, because of the vintage type of sound, and I've also put a vintage cabinet. So this is the match cabinet for the Tweedman. As you can see, the gain level is quite low. I was trying to keep the sound quite clean. The bright gain is 221, normal is 226. Then bass is just below 8, 7.81, mid 7.83, and treble 732. Presence is just above 9. I think the sound is bright enough without being harsh like that. Then if we move on to the cabinet simulator, we got this slider, and if it's going towards the cabinet, it makes the sound really in your face. And if it's going towards the room, it gives you a room reverb. Okay, so I'm gonna match you. First of all, let's have a listen to sounds of the amp. And now with the slider all the way to cabinet, it's really close. Then all the way to the room side. Seems like we've got a room mic. Okay, that's all for the amp section. So next up is the tube compressor. So I'm using the compressor just to reduce the dynamic range. So I don't want that much difference in volume when I'm playing. So that's why I'm using the tube compressor. That's the sound with the compressor. In terms of settings, the input is 2 decibels. Threshold, the threshold is a minor 22. The ratio is 25:1. Attack is 0. Release 122 and output 15. Okay, difference between without and with. Big difference in volume. Then if I engage the compressor, volume is pretty much always the same, just the type of sound is changing. So the lower notes are getting louder and the louder notes are getting quieter. So it's pretty much leveling the level of volume of the overall sound. Okay. Next up is the treble booster. So that's the sound with the treble booster. So sounds is much bigger and it's brighter as well. Okay, so without, with. It's a nice big and chunky sound like that. This effect should cut the bottom end and emphasize the mid-range of the frequencies. Okay, then Okay, next up is the stereo delay. So that's without the effect, and that's with the effect. Seems like the level of the effect is quite high, but in the mix is gonna be much quieter. So I'm using this effect just to fill up all the gaps. Okay. So in terms of settings, time is set to dotted A node. Detune is on 0, didn't want any detune. Feedback 49.6, so there are quite a lot of repetition there. And the mix is quite low, just 11%. Okay. Okay, next up is the reverb. This is without the effect, and this is with the effect. Without the delay, we can hear it better. Okay. The reverb. Okay, gives you this kind of a 3D effect. Gives more depth to the sound. Okay. So now with everything engaged, sounds like that. And in the mix, it's gonna sound like that. So this is the second patch, and as you can see, the big difference compared to the first is here. You can see this rotator effect. Gives you kind of a organ type of sound. Okay. So in terms of settings, we got this fast and slow. So with slow, the rotation is much slower. Set on fast, I think, is much more similar to the original sound. So. Okay, so balance is a bit more, is leaning towards the bass, so it's 20 bass, pan on 0, center, and the distance is just 5. Mix 50.5%. Another thing, if we take a look at the amp section, we can see that compared to the first patch, the gain is a little bit higher as well. So the sound is a little bit richer than the one in the first verse. Okay, this is the sound of the second patch. And this is the sound in the mix. Okay, this is the third patch. As you can see, compared to the first patch, there's a big difference in the gain section of the amp. So as you can see here, the level of the bright and normal gain is higher. So sound is going to be bigger and with much more sustain. Because of that, I have to roll back a little bit the volume. Otherwise, I will have a digital distortion, which is not good at all. And another big difference is here. the stereo delay mix is much louder than the first patch. So the wet sound is pretty much as loud as the direct sound. Okay, so it's gonna sound like that. And the mix is gonna sound like that. Okay guys, so thanks for watching, and if you found the video useful, please like and subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell, this way you're gonna get notified instantly next time I'm gonna upload a new video. If you want to download those 3 patches, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. So thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.